Hi, my name is Christian Durier, presenting on behalf of Group 4. We have put together a small presentation on being a leader, some different leadership roles, and some effective skills to have when being a leader. So starting off, we'll get into some leadership roles. First one we'll talk about is the figurehead role. These are typically high-ranking manager roles that spend a lot of their time engaging in ceremonial activities, acting as a figurehead towards the public, that sort of thing. So there are a few behaviors that specifically go along with this figurehead type role. So first off is entertaining clients and customers as an official representative of the organization. This could include taking them to events, dinners, anything to keep clients happy. Making oneself available to outsiders as a representative of the organization. This could include press conferences or anything of that sort, and serving as an official representative of the organization at gatherings outside the organization also somewhat goes along with that, as whenever this figurehead is acting, they are always representing their organization and escorting official visitors through their organization. Another leadership role is the spokesperson. When a manager acts as a spokesperson, the emphasis is on answering letters or inquiries and formally reporting to individuals and groups outside the manager's direct organizational unit. This includes communication between upper-level management, clients and customers, other important outsiders such as labor unions, as well as professional colleagues. Another important leadership role is the negotiator. And a part of any manager's job description is trying to make deals with others at any given time. So here are a few illustrative examples of negotiating. Bargaining with superiors for funds, facilities, equipment, or other forms of support when a manager knows that their specific department needs these. Bargaining with other units in the organization for the use of staff, facilities, equipment, or other forms of support, once again, asking for other assets in the same organization for use in a different area. Bargaining with suppliers and vendors for services, schedules, and delivery times in order to get optimal times for our organization. And bargaining with job candidates about starting compensation and benefits. The coach and motivator role is a critical role in any organization. This is an effective leader that takes the time to coach and motivate team members, and sometimes to inspire large groups of people inside the organizations through conferences or large talks. Here are some behaviors and obligations that go along with the motivator role. Informally recognizing team members' achievements, letting team members know on a regular basis that they're doing a good job, when they are doing a good job. Providing team members with feedback concerning ineffective performance. This is a tricky situation for most people, as no one likes to be told when they're doing something poorly. It takes a very skilled coach to be able to effectively communicate to a team member that their performance is below standards without offending that team member. Ensuring that team members are informed of steps that can improve their importance. Obviously, team members need to know specific steps that they can take in order to improve their performance, otherwise coaching will do them no good. Implementing rewards and punishments to encourage and sustain good performance. So regarding company culture would depend largely on whether positive or negative reinforcements are used, but this either way is still part of the coach and motivator role. Inspiring people through means such as being charismatic, creating visions, telling interesting stories, and being highly ethical. Highly ethical is a large portion of this. You do not want to lie to make people perform better. You do not want to berate people to make people perform better. But using the previous tactics, such as telling stories that may be motivational or relevant to given situations, is a great part of being an effective motivator and coach. The team builder is another key aspect of any organization. Along with effectively getting the correct people to work with each other, the team builder has several other responsibilities. Ensuring that team members are recognized for their accomplishments in order to keep morale up is a great part of being a team builder. Initiating activities that contribute to group morale is another way. This could include parties or sponsoring sports teams, charity events, etc. Holding periodic staff meetings when necessary to encourage team members to talk about their accomplishments, problems, and concerns. This allows specific members to feel empowered to voice their opinions throughout the organization. Expertise gives you enough insight to reinvent what everyone else assumes is the truth. This quote by Seth Godin greatly articulates what it means to have knowledge as a leader and how empowering that can be. So, measuring the leadership situation. Fielder's contingency theory. This theory classifies situations that are high, moderate, and low control. The control classifications below are determined by rating the situation on its three dimensions: the leader-member relations, task structure, as well as position power. So we'll go into a little bit of what each of these means. Leader-member relations measures how well the leader and group get along. It is important that the leadership and members have good social standing with each other in order for morale to stay high. Task structure measures how clearly the evaluation, goals, and procedures of the job are defined. It is impossible to work towards vague, ambiguous goals. Position power measures the leader's authority to hire, discipline, fire, and grant salary increases to group members. Essentially, this means how much power the leader of the group truly has over the group members. Along with these tools to measure the leadership situation, active listening is crucial for getting a true feel of the membership's feelings. This is a fundamental skill, and it provides the opportunity for dialogue and conversation. This practice helps people understand each other better by taking turns having their viewpoint understood. The relationship between the two parties can only be enhanced when they truly listen to each other, not just hear each other. Depth of knowledge alone is not enough. It is crucial, along with having a great knowledge of leadership skills, to have great judgment and when to implement each of these skills. This diagram of the creative process helps to go over how some solutions can be determined. Part 1 is recognition of the problem or opportunity. A person discovers that a new opportunity exists or a problem needs to be resolved. Step 2 is immersion. The individual concentrates on the problem and becomes immersed in it. He or she will recall and collect information that seems relevant. This is a major step in ensuring that you are well informed about the initial problem or opportunity. Step 3 is incubation. The person keeps the assembled information in mind for a while. He or she does not appear to be working on the problem actively, but the subconscious mind is still engaged. This is allowing yourself to truly get a feel for the problem and what you will ultimately want to do about it. Step 4 is insight. The problem-conquering solution flashes into the person's mind at an unexpected time, such as on the verge of sleep, etc. This can be seen as sort of an epiphany. So now step 5 is verification and application. Once the individual sets out to prove that the creative solution has merit and gets the response they expect, they will do everything in their power to apply their solution. So here are some characteristics of a creative leader, which will be an effective leader. A creative mind is flexible and can adapt well to many situations. They are different in numerous ways, but dedicated to their work. 4 main characteristics include knowledge, personality, cognitive abilities, and passion for the task. Knowledge is knowledge about a wide range of information that will all be relevant to a task at hand. Cognitive abilities includes intelligence, which would go along with judgment, ability to think independently, and just having a mind that can think outside of the box. Passion for the task and flow. This is crucial that the individual is passionate about the problem and the solution. A creative leader is likely to have some, if not all, of these personality types. They are nonconformist and that they think outside the box. They don't necessarily think with the same trend as everyone else. They are self-confident. They know that they have the knowledge and the cognitive ability to do their job well. They are thrill-seeking and adventurous, which is essential. And they are energetic. You do not want a leader who is not energetic. Bringing everyone down is horrible for morale. Lastly, they are persistent. They are determined. Little problems do not scare them away, and they have the ability to figure it out. So here are some leadership practices to enhance creativity amongst a group. You could hire creative people from outside or identify creative people from within and put them in positions to affect change. Intellectually challenge your team members in effective ways. Empowerment to choose is a major strength in companies. When members do not have to be micromanaged and constantly go to superiors for either information or for permission to do things, workflow is much faster, much more effective, much more efficient. Supply of resources. When possible, it is always best to give members the most access that you can to resources. This will allow them to be the most effective in their areas. Effective design of work groups. Having streamlined groups that can create the most change in the most effective way is always ideal. Supervisory encouragement. It is always essential to make sure that leadership is not berating people, that leadership is here to help people and encourage. Organizational structure is a major either flaw or not to creativity. Organizational structure can be set up in such a way that it hinders creativity through unnecessary processes, or it can be set up in a way that encourages creativity through expanded freedom for team members. Favorable exchanges and rewards are one last way to enhance creativity. Offering bonuses or anything of that sort in exchange for improved performance or anything of that sort is always a great motivator for team members. We're just going to end on some quick words of advice. There is fearlessness, recklessness, and fecklessness. Organizations love people who are fearless, but organizations go out of their way to weed out the reckless. Feckless is the worst of it all. Ineffective, indifferent, and lazy. Thank you for watching.